I hear this advice tossed around all the time. What to do on a date? Just be yourself. When you're in a new environment, just be yourself. When you aren't even sure who you are to begin with, just be yourself. If being yourself is so simple, why does it feel so hard to answer? Like it costs something. I can't easily answer it with a single sentence. I can say I'm a good person, but it's not absolutely true. If it were that simple, we could measure it. Who even am I? Who are you? We both, hopefully, have 2 arms and 2 legs, but we're definitely not the same. Let's compare. There's person A, fat, balding, unkempt, and then person B, tall, muscular, well-groomed. Who do you think gets the hose? This guy. Hold up. This guy. But physical traits don't exactly define a person. There's still value in other areas that are subjective, like personality. You know, when I think of someone who is very true to themselves, I think of Luffy from One Piece. He's simple, he loves meat, cares deeply for his friends, and wants to be the pirate king. He risks his own life committing some of the most brazen acts ever. For example, when a group of bandits humiliate Shanks, Shanks laughs it off. Luffy can't. To him, standing up for your friends is non-negotiable. So he acts. Luffy is 7 years old, against a group of armed criminals. Amidst all the chaos, Shanks loses his arm saving Luffy. Luffy chose what was true to him, and someone he loved paid the price for it. It's easy to lose faith in your beliefs when there are consequences. Luffy feels sorry for Shanks, but he'd feel infinitely worse if he didn't stand up for his friend. Maybe being yourself isn't a personality trait at all. It's choosing something that feels true and accepting the cost. That's why Luffy is so resilient. He chooses to grow stronger, to have the strength to protect his friends while still being true to himself. I really envy Luffy's conviction. He doesn't concern himself with whether he's making the right choice or not. He just acts. It's what truly makes him free. For me, there's this tether. Am I being a good person? I get daily impulses of telling someone to shut their bitch ass up, but I don't do it. Because I'm such a good person, I hold it in. I'll give you an example. Ever have someone talk over you? A friend, coworker, stranger? Because I think as I speak, my brain's got like 500 tabs open. Naturally, that means I pause a lot. As I'm mid-thought, trying to connect all the dots together. I can be on tab 235 about what my plans are for the weekend, and suddenly I get cut off, with my own thoughts finished for me. Then they pivot to themselves, talking about their garden. Like, dude, fuck your yard, let me finish. But I don't say that. Whatever, I'll put on a smile. But I'm secretly seething over the fact that they interrupted me. Doesn't seem fair or respectful. I want to talk too, and not have to remind people. But I don't want friction. I don't want to be the difficult one. Those are real trade-offs. I tell myself I'm being kind or a good person, but sometimes I'm just avoiding the discomfort of speaking up. Why? I'm giving up a part of myself for someone else's comfort. That's the worst feeling. I know that, and still choose to not act. I call it restraint, but sometimes it feels like I'm hiding behind virtue. If I say what I want in the moment, I might hurt someone. I don't want to say things I don't mean in a fit of rage. I've said things in frustration before, raised my voice at my mom, not my proudest moments. But I also hurt myself when I have the influence to change things and I choose not to speak up. I build resentment and trust myself less. I don't know why the small things chip away at me, but they do. And I'm getting tired of having to worry about making perfect decisions that don't exist. It'd be much easier if I had Luffy's certainty. He just acts. I take my time to think and calculate, but I get so caught up in the analysis that I freeze up. I can't make a decision, begin to doubt myself. I forget the ability to think is my strength to begin with. It's the cost. I'm afraid of paying it. Being a bad person. However, I want to stop worrying about that so that I can start living fully. You know, be myself. But how do I know that my whole life hasn't been living an image to begin with? From adolescence, we're shaped by our environment. Whoever our parental figures are, we learn from them what is right and wrong, what emotions are acceptable, how to behave. It's freaky to think about that you don't have full control over who you turn out to be. You just spawn in and get influenced by circumstances. That doesn't seem fair. For a while, I panicked. What if my parents molded me wrong? Like I was manufactured incorrectly? Because if they did, then my flaws wouldn't be mine. I wouldn't have to take responsibility. But that's a cop-out. It's pathetic to blame everything on your parents. There's no manual to perfectly raise a human. And I'm fortunate. A lot of what they taught me, I deeply value. It doesn't matter if my personality is an adaptation, because I'm aware of it all. I get to choose what's mine, who I actually want to be. And there are certain things my body tracks before I can even explain them. If I don't do everything in my power to be the person I want to be, I can physically feel it. My body feels ill, like it's being weighed down. It's more clear if I reduce it into behaviors. I care about people, that they're happy, healthy, working towards fulfillment. I care about doing the best job that I can, for myself and for others. I care that what I give my energy to matters. You can call it whatever. Connection, integrity, purpose. I don't always want to do them. They're not always the most comfortable choice. But it's easier to live with myself when I don't pretend. And that's the risk that comes with it. Standing behind my decisions without hiding behind circumstance. Without blaming my origins. A lot of the times, I look like a fool. I fuck up. I say some stupid shit. I question whether I'm being principled or just egotistical. It's exhausting to think about all of this, but it's also deeply fulfilling. It's energy well spent. I don't control where I start, but I do notice what is true, and I keep choosing it. Just like Luffy. In the 1,000+ chapters of One Piece, he's so sure of himself. He recklessly charges forward to pursue his goals. But when he loses his brother Ace, Luffy breaks. For a moment, all that conviction collapses. Jinbei doesn't tell him to man up, that Luffy should be stronger than that. He just sees Luffy stuck in despair. So he reminds him that his crew is waiting for him. And somehow, that's enough for Luffy to stand up again. It's unusual. If something feels true, choosing yourself should be easy, right? But no. The world shifts how you view yourself. Depending on who you're around, what's expected of you, what you're trying to preserve, your reflection blurs. It fogs up so much that I don't recognize myself at times. When it becomes hard to navigate, I question myself. I begin to ask, am I being fair or acting out of fear? Am I kind or avoiding conflict? Am I even good? It never feels comfortable. I don't get used to the fog. But the fact that I even want to do something about it, it's my compass that guides me to answers that feel true. It sounds counterintuitive, but being yourself isn't something that just happens. It's maintenance. We slip up, lose our temper, overcorrect, misjudge, and the discomfort makes it feel as if we're broken. But it's information to recalibrate, not a death sentence for our character. Even Luffy has a crew that he relies on. People whose values align with his. He can move forward because he has others to carry him. Maybe that's the point. I don't think we're meant to carry so much alone. So the goal isn't to become unbreakable. It's not to stop doubting. It's not to stop caring. I want to be able to choose myself clearly, without reducing myself, without letting the world distort what I know feels true.